Hi, welcome back to Hostpark CH channel and back to the exclusive tutorial for the computer architecture and organization and who are preparing for the GATE and UGC NET or any competitive exam. Let's go topic today. The previous session I explained about the addressing modes and types of addressing mode with the numerical example. At last we discussed the question about the addressing mode with the solved also. Let's going to start the today topic called memory hierarchy. So memory hierarchy is the one of the very important topic, and also we are going to consider the some of the important points. It will be definitely helpful for clear the competitive exams. Not only competitive university or any college level, BTech, any stream of BSc also. It will definitely help you if you are a stream of computer science engineering. Yes, let's go for session. So here now today, what is memory hierarchy? So memory hierarchy means what? It's a hierarchy of computer or layer of the computer and storage devices found in a computer system. And the memory in a computer can be divided into 5 hierarchies based on the speed as well as the use also. And also the processor can move from one level to another based on its requirements. And before discussing the example and diagram, the level of this one, we see the some of the keywords: capacity, cost per bit, volatile and non-volatile, and so on. These points we are going to discuss, and let's go for another mode for diagram. And back to here explanation. Sorry, yeah. So this is the diagram. So let's how the memory hierarchy classified and how the memory hierarchy helpful to increase the performance of the computer. Can you imagine the computer with main memory or RAM? Means not possible. So we have to consider the register all we need, and also moreover not only software you have to know about some hardware knowledge also. If you want to become a computer techie or something. So here there are pyramid structure where it have level 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. First level you have registers, and second level these are from expanding. See from here that much from down to after expanding CPU register, and followed by a cache memory, and followed by main memory and magnetic disk and optical disk at last magnet type drives. Here also optical disks are optical drives. Here these first up to prime memory, these are come under the category of internal memory, and these are called external memory. Remaining parts, the magnetic disk, optical disk, magnet type. You know, you can say the example of a pen drive, CD, DVD, and so on. These are come external memory. Capacity is more here. That's why you are using external memory, because the capacity is more. We can if you want you can insert. If you have huge amount of data or file or project file something, you can insert in you can save the data in pen drive. You can access in your computer anytime. So you know what is the register here. The role of the register is the one where it save the data, as well as it will give the fast access and also costly. This register, apart from this register, next one is cache memory. Why cache memory we know already. The cache memory is the place where fastest memory. It also provide the interface and provide the operations, provide and improve the system performance, where you can execute the task as soon as possible. And main memory, what is this main memory here? Generally there are the use of main memory here is what it store data and operations, store data and programs during the computer operations. And the main memory, you can say the example of RAM, ROM and etc. RAM and ROM and so on. And RAM, and also here you have to remember the important keyword called volatile and non-volatile. Volatile example you can say RAM, because even your system is off, the data will be saved temporarily. In RAM means what? Volatile means the data will be temporarily saved. That's it. When our system switch off or some power off or any happened, the file will be gone, data will be gone. And one more is called a non-volatile keyword. What is non-volatile? The non-volatile means where is a place where the data will be saved permanently. So when I even switch off, suppose you are doing you are already saved the document a.txt and so on. Whenever want you can go and open the file. It is available in the computer only, permanently saved. That is the non-volatile. So upcoming session will discuss everything elaborately. And this you have to know about the main memory, then magnet disk. Okay, and moreover you have to think about here the diagram given increase in cost per bit and increase in capacity and access time. So here whenever compared to internal memory, the memory is the one, we can't imagine the computer with main memory and also is there, and where you have hard disk and microprocessor everything, and the cost is more. The today computer manufacturing, the cost is more. That's what we are going for the external memory. External memory, what is the plus point? Capacity is more. We can get the pen drive with the size of 32 GB and so on, 16 GB, 32 GB and so on, and cost also very cheap. You can buy the pen drive from the cost of 100 and so on. I'm saying additionally for understanding purpose. So this hierarchy followed by CPU register, cache memory, main memory, magnetic disk, optic disk, and magnet tape. And also this, you know, now we have how the memory hierarchy work and supported for the computer to increase the performance of the computers. And here you have to remember the secondary storage. When you go main memory and this secondary main memory, if you go closely look at the main memory, you can go elaborately about the semiconductor one, because these memories follow the semiconductor technologies. Semiconductor technology where you can go and check everything there later. And so you know about internal memory, external memory, why we need. So if you have only computer, what happen if you want to save a large amount of data? Is not possible. So whenever you have external memory in your computer, what happen, you can flexibly work. We can flexibly work with the project or whatever the huge project document, whatever you can save and retrieve anytime and so on. Okay, these are about the memory hierarchy design. So upcoming session we will discuss about the independent and the another memory hierarchy differences, as well as follow up with the 2-level. Apart from this, you have 2-level memory hierarchy and 3-level hierarchy also. These topics we will discuss on upcoming sessions. And back to PPT now. So this is a simple one, very easy concept. So if you have any queries or comments, please communicate in social media with us anytime. And please like, share, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.